immediately saying I'm alive and then my mic not working. Hello. Hi Remy. Holy shit. Ray scream. Hello, hello, I'm back from school. I kid you not, I've had so much shit I've had to do for school that shit. Ah, is it still low? Hello? Man, I feel like I haven't streamed in forever. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Wait. Not that one. I wanna fix chat box. Still low? What the fuck? My mic's on full volume. Eh? I'm so confused. I have everything on full volume. What is wrong? God damn it. I've literally checked on my settings before I started as well. God damn it. Is it still low? Yes, no, maybe so, probably. But hello, I am back from the dead. I say dead. I just came back from hell. Fuck, is it I can literally hear my dog scratching. Stop it from my mic. Why is it like that? Am I in the wrong mic? No, I'm not. I'm confused. Nabuhay para magmulto sa Halloween. For real. I was like, kasi wala na akong pasok since yesterday. Pero I had to do chores yesterday. Kasi I was behind schoolwork and chores ng like 2 months. Lagyan mo na lang ng gain. Everything isn't full. My mic is on full. Everything. Wait lang. Filters maybe? Baka masyado mataas yung filter ko. Hello. Nakalagay sa sa audio mixer ko that it's going sa red. Kahit 5 dB lang. Ay, legit ba? Ay, totoo ba? Oops. Okay na ba? Yan, naka 5 na. Naka 55 kanina eh. Man, this is why you guys check dapat yung settings and everything else before you start. Pati nga yung camera ko is medyo nagloloko. But it's fine. Well, hello. Happy Halloween, everybody. I have 2 dogs with me that are gonna be my moral support. I'm not even playing anything like super scary. It's just a visual novel today. Wait, hindi ko na mahanap yung where game screen? Hello? Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Why is only one eye closing? Oh, I'm gonna drop my thingy. Okay, there we go. Am I too big? Or is this fine? Should I? There we go. You know what? Let's move to this side. But it looks weird because you guys are over here. Never mind. We go back there. Oh, chat up here. Parang makita ko naman kayo, guys. Hindi pa lang yan. Big Ray. Wait. Big. I'm kidding. I'm playing Slay the Princess. Finally, I've been wanting to play this for I don't know how long now. Probably a few months, probably more, most likely more. Feeling ko nga mali yung nakalagay kong thingy. Slay the Princess. Slay the Princess naman nakalagay, right? Sure. Yeah, tama naman na. I think so. New game. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh my god. It's Sims. Okay, a little bit of context on why I decided to play this game. It's not because it's horror or it went popular or Markiplier played it. Don't stop it! The truth is the narrator is actually someone, an author I really admire, or writer I really admire, who wrote one of my favorite podcasts, which is the Magnus Archives, which, by the way, I'm not trying to promote them or anything, but you should literally go check it out. It's amazing, and I love it so much, and it's an addiction. Oh, you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. The end of the world? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can someone else do it? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've wanted to off a monarch. Actually, I want that one.
That's the spirit.
Di ako maka-chat, mag-ready ako dinner. Enjoy the game po. Thank you very much, Remy. Have fun making dinner and enjoy.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Wait, I'm adjusting the thingy a little bit. There we go.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I love that. Like, when your mouse moves around, it also kind of moves the scenery around you. I feel like that's a very nice touch. It's just like not still. I don't know, I really like it.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of
God,
dust.
I love this voice so much.
The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
I have a stabby stab now.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated.
I'm sorry
by
if
an
I'm not
unseen
talking
light
too
in
much.
the
I
room
just
below.
don't want to talk over the voice acting.
This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Oh.
She sounds dangerous.
It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
I expected her to sound like, you know, damsel in distress, like, who's there? But no, she
Don't let it fool
sounds
you.
mother.
It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Sure. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Oh.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the
Oh,
princess.
she's pretty.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Shut up,
Focus on
hero.
the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
No.
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I mean, that sounds like a bad ending.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
Oh, she's giving you the puppy eyes now.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if we just, you know... I want to see if that gives me an ending. It's the start of the game. I can probably just redo it later on.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
I see.
Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more.
I'm
Each
really
impact as
so
heavy
sorry
as
for
that
being quiet.
first
I'm
bone
immersed
crushing
in it.
hit.
The fucking narration is just... it's great.
We can still turn this around. You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation. Honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now.
Yeah, the thingy, I love that they're kind of breaking the fourth wall as well.
Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Why are my nails like that, though?
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Great.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
It
And in the
repeats?
basement of that cabin, you're here to slay.
What the fuck? Okay. I see where the game is going now. I'm probably not gonna be. So anything I would have done in the first chapter, I don't think would have mattered. I would have died either way. So I'm wondering how many chapters there are, and if it was possible for me to like get it done the first chapter without dying. But I feel like either way, because it says chapter 2, things would have been the same. So okay, we're gonna, I don't know why I'm moving my hand like you guys can see me. I'm gonna turn around and leave and see what the narrator says.
We can't just leave. We're supposed to fight her. Where are you going? Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
Okay.
How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
So it's just gonna be a repeat. Turn around and leave
You're
again.
really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. What's going on? Where are we?
Why is there hair on my screen?
I told you we shouldn't have come here. I told you. But did you listen? No.
Oh, am I turning into like the tree? Oh. Ooh, yuck. Ooh, the sound. It sounds like worms. I don't like it. Fingers draw claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. Embrace the thoughts. You have a story you need to finish. It is the only way for us to escape this place. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There is only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation.
You're on a path in the woods.
Oh, okay,
And
so
at the end
when
of
it's
that
game
path
over,
is a
it
cabin.
goes back to chapter 1.
And in the basement of that... That's the spirit.
Okay, let's... Hi Hydra! Thank you for the hydrate and stretch!
The interior
Welcome
of
to
the
the
cabin
chat.
is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor
I'm gonna
and
be a
walls
little
are painted
quiet
in a fine
during the game
layer of
because
dust.
there's a
The
lot of
only
voice
furniture
acting
of
going
note
around,
is a plain wooden table.
and I
Perched
don't
on that
really like
table
talking over
is a
them.
pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You take the blade from her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds... Don't let it...
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs, and lock eyes with the prince. She's so cold. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I haven't decided
How
yet.
about you drop the knife?
Titan. Not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
You stare at the princess. She squints back. The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you?
Are you sure you don't want
Yeah.
to talk?
I'm sure.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going to... Doubt.
Okay, so it just goes back to that. Really?
Are you serious? It's a good idea. Fine. You make a
Do you really think you can just walk out of here?
She steps towards you, ignoring her chains.
Oh.
They
Oh.
creak and strain as she pulls against them until finally they break. The links clatter to the floor. Useless. She's free. Hurry.
Okay, that's new.
You push your broken body as she closes in and just barely manage to pass the threshold of the basement doorway before she catches up to you. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement
She's gonna
door.
break through that door, I'm sure of it.
It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with...
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door I'll hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
Ugh. Shit.
Doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
She's getting stronger. She's gonna break through that.
These aren't threats. These are promises. Sooner or later, you're going to have to sleep. And I'll make sure you never see the light of day again.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table
Oh,
shoved
you
out
did.
of the way.
We did.
Where is she?
Beside you.
Thanks
Oh,
for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs.
she's so creepy.
You
I
lie
love it.
prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
No.
She steps closer,
Ooh, fuck.
one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
God, that's creepy. I love it.
What a shame. If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end. don't we?
It's okay,
It
I have a
can't be.
second try.
This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry. Everything goes dark. And you die.
Oh, it changes! Okay.
You're on a path. You're here to slay her. It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Shh. What if he hears us? That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Those are two very different questions, but fine. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened. Oh, we listened to you all right. Worst decision of our incredibly short life. We tried to slay her, we really did, but she was gonna kill us. It was either lock her in the basement or let her finish beating us to death. Well then, congratulations. You've been given enough, and your solution is to send us back in there. Do you want us to... Obviously, I want you to slay her. Anyways, I believe your other question was something along the lines of, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions... What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess, and now everyone's right back where they start. Speak for yourself. From my perspective, there were plenty of consequences. I'm never going... And that's only scratching the surface. If what you said is true, it begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything? Just if she brought an end to everything and everyone, how are we supposed to stop her? I want you to succeed.
Okay.
A warning before you go any further.
I kind of want to try
She will
talking
lie.
to her.
I don't think lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least, it doesn't matter.
Okay, this time I'm gonna try to get on her good side. Like, maybe
The
pretend
interior
to
of
be
the cabin
friends.
is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway.
Oh, there's things here now. God, I hate that.
The blade is your implement. You'll need... Hold on. What happened to the door? It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for... I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to... So deep breath in, deep breath out.
You didn't see
Right.
anything
I
about
was
the mirror.
so stuck on the eyes watching us that I didn't even notice it there. What are you two talking about? There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the floor, and the open doorway leading to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. We have to look at it. Unless that's what he wants us to do. And pretending it isn't there...
Why would you lie about there not being a mirror when it's clearly there? What's the point?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done? You walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous. Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad. Very different. He changed it, didn't he? It's like he's trying to make us doubt our reality.
Sorry for being quiet. I'm too... Okay, this game is making me too fucking, like, engrossed. I cannot stop
calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died, you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this. You reach down and pick the blade. Good. Steel can't lie to us. Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than... Those are the words of someone who knows.
Okay, so...
You cross over the threshold.
Okay, everything is
onto
so
a series
fucking
of
different.
isolated steps.
There's
suspended
so
in
many
darkness.
eyes looking.
More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
I'm just going to kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can do it. I know why you're all being... I don't know why you're all being such pessimists.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the base. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for... Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
Sorry, his voice really makes me
I
tired.
wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
God, I hate that.
You turn back to the stairs, only to find that they aren't there. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going
Oh,
to
she's
find
uploading
you.
him now.
As the princess approaches,
Nope, never
your
mind.
legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think. What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
God, I love you.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt.
Not the creepy princess, by the way. I meant, you know,
Liver.
Sim's voice in my ear. It just tickles something in me.
Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you have seconds left? Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath. Nerves, heart, lungs,
God, she's so creepy. I love it.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Your weapon is still in your hands. Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
You want to work together? Can you at least turn off the whole organ shutting down
I
situation?
am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Liver, nerves,
don't have to be enemies. We can work together. We can be friends even.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver,
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me.
liver,
So I started to drag your body out with me, and then, well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can move without you, and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you?
Barely, bitch. The fuck?
And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me. You seem miserable. Destroy is such an unenlightened way of putting it. So sudden, so violent, so little nuance. I'm not going to destroy the world, but I am going to hold it in my hands and squeeze it. I'm going to make it afraid, just like I've made you afraid. The world needs fear, doesn't it?
I also love the little like small
Would make the good
animations
times so much
that she
better.
makes.
Well, I'm practically doing
I'm
the
I'm
public
so
good.
sorry for being
So what
distracted, by
harm
the
is
way.
there really in
It
letting me
just
out?
it's so good. Wait, what'd she say? The world needs fear, doesn't it? Every terror I'd bring would make the good times so much better. I'm practically doing a public good. So what harm is there really in letting me out?
Princess cocks her head, neck cracking
God.
uncomfortably. But you can't help but imagine a smile carve its way from ear to ear on the other side of her mask.
Thinking about that knife, are we? No. Put that little theory to the test. See how it plays out. But I don't think you're going to like what happens. Because even if you make me dead, you're not getting out of here. This place is mine. And I'm not giving you the stairs unless I'm leaving with you. And we're stuck down here together. Until you change your mind.
Static, and a skipped beat as she touches your shoulder and whispers in your ear. No! Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Or until your heart finally gives out. And then, when you die, I'll find myself somewhere new. And before too long, you'll be there too. That's how this all works, right? This doesn't end until you let me out. And a lot can happen before then. I'm sure I can get creative.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. You turn and run, doing your best to put one useless leg.
You poor thing. Wrong choice.
You get nowhere before the princess is in front of you once again. Heart, lungs, liver.
You're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down.
God.
You don't get the chance to see, like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word. No.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Oh, it's her story.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment. Gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Okay, this is actually kind of sad
Let
now.
me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out!
No. What's happening to us?
Let me out!
This is all too much. I can't keep going.
You can't keep going. Well, what are you talking about?
Yeah, like, you're the narrator, the fuck? But he doesn't respond.
Oops, I think I broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
But you live on. Ooh. Oh god, oh god. The moment of clarity.
You're on a path in the...
Shit. What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing?
There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy.
You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you?
I guess. It feels so long ago. We have to let her out.
No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever. I think.
We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart?
I'm cold.
We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere.
There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything. We love her, so we have to set her free. Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us? To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure. Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us. This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
I feel so distracted. I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can see her.
Many times. It feels like we've been here forever. It also feels...
It doesn't matter.
Yes, we just have to do... It won't. It will be for us. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just...
But that doesn't make sense. I only remember being here twice before this. And some of you don't seem to remember being here at all. Was I here those other times? Did someone else make the decision?
What does here even mean if you really think about it? Shut up.
Every single time.
You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order. And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's...
You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget. I've tried to keep them numb.
Can you make sense of them? I feel so distracted. I don't know if I could pull this off.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen
I'm
trees
fucking
as you
cold.
grasp through the darkness for a way forward.
There's like there's a storm, so I'm like freezing my ass off right now. There we go.
But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill. No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there. Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it.
He always lies.
And he always makes it gone. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be... She's still here. Buried. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space.
Giving them space. Approach the mirror.
You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin. The cabin that isn't there. You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it. Smash it too. She's on the other side. And
It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it.
just do something.
Proceed.
Proceed. proceed to where? That's a new one. Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decision, and it already has worked. We're one step closer. The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure therein. Wrong. The only object of note is a pristine blade. Buried. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you take it. It's the only way forward.
I've already tied everything else, don't you remember? You have to take the plane.
You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. Deep in the bowels of the earth, you see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread. It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
Hey, bestie.
There you are. My toy has finally come to finish its job.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
You tried this out for so much longer than you had to.
And closer.
But it was always just a matter of time.
And closer.
You are going to have to stop running eventually.
And closer.
Everything stops running eventually. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left is for you to take my will and let me out. It'll be so much fun, you and me together.
I really need to stop playing visual novel games because I end up getting too immersed and I forget to talk. I'm just way too into the story. Or just what I'm doing in general.
A witness. Oh, I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything. Now don't pose. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your powers.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
You're just an object, a tool. You once were something else a long time ago. But was that something you, or is it just a dull and jaded memory? There is no other ending here. Just take her hand and set her free.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you. The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's...
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
I didn't think I'd be so tired. Why is it so cold?
Oh! You do not have an opportunity to respond. Something has taken her away. It's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Yeah. I can finally think again. That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked. Maybe it won't be gone. Doesn't seem like there's much. Finally! Oh, will you stop with...
What do we say, boys?
Yeah.
Seems we've got a majority.
You step towards the mirror. It holds a truth that you must witness.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad. It feels... okay. The fear's gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels... the game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep.
I'm just ready to be anywhere that is. Boys, it's been a...
Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You're alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. You are at the cabin. Approach her. You recognize the presence inhabiting the shell. It's the entity that dwells in the space between.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
You're the thing I met in the space outside of the woods, aren't you? I thought that was a dream. What are you? The gift of a fragile vessel? Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there. Do you know the narrator? Do you know...
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Ooh.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Do you know what about the worlds beyond the space?
I know only that they are.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and there is no exit. But this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. And perhaps then...
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite.
Is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in some...
How much will I forget?
everything. Until we meet again.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as...
Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die. The hero and the princess. Fuck! Back at chapter 1.
You're on a path. You're here to slay.
Okay, let's try being more
While I
sympathetic to the
appreciate the
princess.
mental exercise, nevertheless, and before you decide, causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is that it's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
I'm
You
gonna
make
try
your way
not
up
picking
a
up the
warning.
knife
She
this
will not
time.
The interior, the door to her voice
Hello?
is hypnotizing.
Oh! She
The kind of
sounds
voice
like...
you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
She sounds more like, kind if you don't have the knife
Don't
with you.
let it fool you. It's all part of the manip.
You are? It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. What's your name? Let's start with that.
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both?
So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted.
I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up. You're locked up down here for a reason. If I'm the person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking? I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. I'm sorry, but I can't trust you. This doesn't add up and it isn't worth the risk to take your word over a potential fate. Okay, let's talk to her.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need. You should...
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of... She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
I don't know if I wanna try like letting her out kindly for once. Okay, fine.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't...
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but is someone else here? You try the door. Your shouts and plead. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't... You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates.
God!
Her arm to her
Oh
mouth,
my
her
God,
teeth tearing
no!
through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's more, we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Okay, the lady, other being lady, was like, give her more experiences. So I feel like this would consider to be an experience, the saving the princess thing. So
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain. Bind you cut into her. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground. And she didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours.
You guys don't see
blood
my
from
face,
her
but I have a
wounded arm
really
dripping
disturbed
rhythmically to
face
the
right now.
ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she is.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the... As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Oh, she's gonna kill me.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
She's happy about
Stay
it.
strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it?
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You can't just end like this. Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer, everything goes dark, and you die.
The damsel.
You're on a path. You're here. My tricks. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe.
Yes, he.
Oh, yes. You'll have to be very.
So all of the cards
Okay,
are on the table.
now it changes
Then you
to
should know
Voice of the
that we and the
Smitten,
princess are
which
in
is the
love,
one that loves
and
her.
the four of us will be.
We'll see about that.
What can I say?
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really already happened. We already asked these questions, so I'm just gonna proceed.
Warning. She will.
I think I do, but I also speak.
Sure, yeah, your passion. Don't pay their bickering any mind. The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant. It's stone. The blade is your implement. What are you talking about? This is... You reach forward and rub your... But there was a mirror a second ago.
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairway, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even... Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember, you walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
My love! We're here to rescue you.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that?
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods.
That's right, villain. And, well, she. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but... We damned a whole world. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation, but...
You died, and now we're talking. I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrist. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chain. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shack? She didn't care last time. Why should she? No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster.
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick.
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just... Are you listening to her?
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. Not so sure.
Rescue.
No. I can't let you what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passion... You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more...
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Please. I'm sorry.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of...
What do we do now?
What do you
Let
want
me
to
guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of...
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before. I mean, you sort of did last time, but this is different.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing... You're so gullible. He's the only thing you've ever...
I think I want to leave, and I think...
She's gonna kill us.
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do? I just want to make you happy.
She has anime eyes now.
She can't just want to make... It makes sense to me. That's all...
I just want to make you happy.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
I just want to make you happy.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us.
Nobody gets hurt and we just figure out a way to be happy together. You have to want something more than just making me happy.
Oh, is that really what you want? If you think that would make you happy, then...
Her eyes dart uncomfortably to the corners of the room.
I guess we could do that.
Oh, at least she's normal again. Normal again? Can't you tell she's sad? But she can't be unhappy about staying with us. No, it has to be him. It has to be this place. If we just made these walls more fitting for a princess... As the voice thinks its thought, your hands raise, fingers pointing toward... Oh, but I do. What? What is he
You
doing?
can't see unless you tell
Are
us.
you sure you want to know? You
Ooh.
plunge your nails into your chest, digging deep, grasping.
Oh no! What are you doing? Are you okay? You can't do that and be okay.
Time out. He should not be allowed to do that. He's not the decider. And yet, it will be soon.
Yuck.
You yank violently, your exposed heart, framed by jagged ribs. Don't mind my sacrifice. It's a fair price.
Oh, I see. You're trying to tell me something.
The princess. Everything goes dark and we die? Yes.
Happily ever after.
You're on a path in the woods. Mate, we're clearly already in the cabin. Excuse me? You're clearly... Oh. Huh. So you are. We've been here before. Well, not that he was eager to... Right on cue, here's the... I can't say I'm happy to be here. This is a bad... Okay, yes, I get it. You've been here before. That's... terrible. You know that, right? Because the only reason you would have been here before is if you failed in whatever world you'd come from. We know that you keep telling us that, but we've never seen a world end. As far as the other one. Yeah, a certain lovesick fool has been suspiciously quiet. Oh, you're right. Bonus voice? I'm just as important. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. All I'm saying is that it's my third time here and it's your first. You're not unwelcome, but from my perspective, I'm going to describe the room now. The interior of the cabin is vast and regal. High arched windows line the walls, their multicolored glass casting kaleidoscopic patterns across the
Is
stone
that her
floor.
on the window?
An
Like,
iron chandelier before you. There isn't a... You couldn't see it last time. About last. I'm not sure that... See what? No. You reach forward, your hand in stick figures, and then you push the door open. It would... If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably... no, that doesn't work here at all. This place is nice. It's fancy, even. I have to say, whatever you did in your previous lives, well, if all of this has thrown you off your rhythm so much, then... No, you absolutely do. Am I the only one who remembers how much she changed last time? That is precisely why she poses a I don't know, she got weird for us. We have to move on. This is... No, you can't just say that. Her voice, gentle and warm.
You're home. Dinner's ready.
oh,
As
we're
much
married.
as I desperately want to know what happened last time, we are not going to examine it. The more we think, the worse this gets. Why are you so on edge? This is much nicer. That is the problem. This isn't supposed to be nice, and she's supposed to be a prisoner. And don't eat the food.
Proceed up the stairs.
This hall, like the one below,
She
is
has like
grand
a
and
dark
beautiful.
thing there.
Torches bathe the room in warm, comforting light, just enough to illuminate the tapestries along every wall, woven with scenes of chivalry and courtship and romance.
I actually...
The many cloth
I
eyes
don't know
are
if
fixed on each
I
other,
wanna
gazes averted from the long
just
table in
continue
the center
on
of
with
the
this love path that we're
princess,
doing right now,
seated
or
at its
if
far
I
end.
want to do what the game is actually making me do,
Your
which
pristine
is, you know,
blade
to kill her.
glints in the weak torchlight, hanging from a golden chain around the princess's neck. So that's where it is. And the tip is already pointed right at her heart. Okay, everything is... Isn't that suspiciously easy? There has to be a twist. There has to be something waiting for us. You saw what happened to her last...
You're here. Now we can start being happy together. Why don't you sit down? Wouldn't that be nice?
As the words leave her mouth, the torches flare and a chair swings in from behind, knocking
Why is
your
her
legs
neck
out from
like
under
that?
you. You're forcibly seated at the head of the table.
Isn't that better? It is better, right? It's our happy ending, just like you asked for. It's everything we're supposed to have ever wanted.
What are we supposed to do now?
Oh, right, dinner. I totally forgot about it.
Flames burn bright, and a shadow dives across the table. In its wake, it leaves a feast.
Go ahead and dig in. I'm sure you're hungry.
Remember what I said. Oh, but it looks so amazing. I'm not sure about anything. And for what it's worth, I generally don't think one should trust strange food that magically...
It's okay. It's okay. We can figure something else out. Think. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This isn't fine.
As the words leave her mouth, one of the torches on the wall sputters and then goes out.
What just happened? Did I do something wrong?
A light went out. Maybe a coincidence. As if in response to the dousing of their brother, the other 3 torches blaze brighter, their flames licking at the walls. Their shadows deepen, dancing angrily across the stone.
I don't think you did anything wrong. I think you just said something you wanted to say.
But it was wrong. I took away a piece of our light. I'm not supposed to do that. I don't want him to be upset with me.
You said he. Who is he?
He's the voice that whispers sweet nothings in my ear. I think he made this place for us.
It all makes sense now. It's him, isn't it? He's making all this happen. He's the one who trapped us here. Who? The lovesick one. The one from last time. He's not gone. He's just with her now. He's the shadow.
Smitten?
The torches flare and the shadow grows for a moment, but you don't receive a response. No, I saw him smile. That's him. Regardless, it would seem that he, if there is a he, isn't some...
He says his words are just for me, but he wants me to ask. Isn't this enough? Isn't this what you wanted him to do? He says he's tired, and I don't think he'll answer anything else you have to say. I don't know. Maybe we could play a game. Yeah,
I don't
that's
I
exactly
don't
what
know
we
if
should
I
do.
wanna keep making her happy or if I just wanna, get it over with. Because I feel like I'm
The
dragging this
shadow
out a
comes
little too
dancing
much
across
now.
the table. It leaves behind an intricate game, its pieces elegant and beautiful and enticing, its simple rules already apparent, even with...
We can probably work together to figure this out as we go. That sounds like a lot of fun, right?
Yet another waste of time. Why all the You're overthinking it, mate. I feel like this is just something to do. You and the princess do indeed figure it out as you go. And what a game it is. The tension between turns, the triumphant highs of...
Oh, I think we got the rules wrong.
And so you start over. Time passes. You play...
Hey! Will you look at that?
Oh, you won. I guess we can play again.
Time passes.
Oh, I won.
There is a long pause.
This isn't fun anymore, is it?
It's never going to stay fun. You don't need me to tell you that it isn't. The princess visibly panics as another torch sputters.
Wait. Maybe this is just too easy. Maybe if we added more rules and pieces, it would be fun again.
Yeah. The game's just a little simple. The shadow descends on the board once again. More pieces are added, their shapes more intricate, their purposes less immediately clear. And the two of you set, and so you do. And it is fun again. In fact, it's almost as fun as the first time you played, and the sputtering torch roars back to life. But then you get used to the additions, and the feeling starts to fade. More pieces are added. The feelings flare. The feelings fade. The princess suggests new rules. A glimmer of what could have been excitement flits through your mind, quickly vanishing as the game progresses. Your pieces winning and losing become nothing but ends. And even the end becomes nothing as you roll over into a new game, the board resetting as many times as you...
I'm out of ideas. I'm actually out of ideas this time. I don't think I can play anymore.
As the words leave the princess's mouth, another torch goes out. Again, the remaining flames burn brighter, and the
I'm happy. I promise. We're both so happy here. You don't have to be upset.
This is awful. I think we all know that we're not happy. princess starts to hyperventilate, her quick breaths
Yes!
But as you attempt to get up, the torches flare and there will be no getting up. There will be no attempts to slay her. At least not for now.
I don't know. But we can't do those other things anymore, can we?
Princess smiles as the two... Come on. There has to be a way out of this. This can't be the... And wait. We live in a changing world. We know... And wait. You keep saying that, but we can't wait forever. And wait.
I can't do this anymore.
Oh. No. Oh no. The third torch sputters out.
Oop.
The princess's shadow dances furiously against the far wall.
There's just one left. What's going to happen when it goes out? I think I'd like to dance under the stars.
That sounds lovely.
Okay, I'm fully committing to this trying to make her happy bit.
But there aren't any stars here. I'd have to leave.
As she says that, the shadow rushes forward and tightens its grip on her wrists.
I'm not happy here. I don't think I ever was.
The princess sobs, burying her face in her...
You okay?
She raises her head, mascara trailing down her cheeks.
No, it feels like an important part of me is gone. But I'm still here. I don't know.
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
Well, we can't sit here forever. That part of us.
The princess pushes herself from her chair, and you instinctively do the same, waiting by the top of the stairs as she quietly crosses the room.
Do you still care about me?
I don't know if I ever have, but maybe I can now. I'm not sure I ever had the chance to figure out how I feel. No, say the princess, say nothing.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you to say that. I still care, but I don't think this place is for us anymore. I think we need to go.
As the princess steps towards the stairs, you offer her your hand. The corners of her mouth curl into a demure smile, and she gently takes your hand in hers. She's cold. You're offering surprisingly little resistance. It does. If he's... Yes, well, I've seen my fairy tale ending, and I think there might be worse things than the end of the world. It really was just all meaningless blather then, wasn't it? Think what you will. I'm done fighting. You and the princess don't exchange words as you descend the stairs to the cabin's entrance. And then the two of you step out into the world. I think this is the end of me, even if it's not the end of you. He's really gone. Yeah. There's an itching in the back of my head that feels like it's finally been scratched.
The stars are so beautiful.
Is she gonna kill us now? A quiet moment passes over you. A comfortable quiet.
I meant it when I said I wanted to dance.
Oh, I actually like this one. She gently pulls you forward and the two of you fall into a graceful step. The only rhythm that guides you is the shared thumping of your hearts, beating in perfect unison. Her face, worn and tired, brightens. The faster you move, a soft, sad smile widening and widening until it reflects only genuine affection. You send her out in a wide spin and your arms stretch to their limits, only the tenacious grasp of your hands in hers holding you together. You share a gaze that feels like it lasts forever.
Thank you for taking me here. This is nice, even if it's a little cold outside.
But you do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did... Is that a...
It's going to be okay. Just trust me.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now. It's calling us. Oh, I don't like that.
You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. Whenever you are ready, I will...
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed? What does it feel like to change like this before? When this is all done, do you know what you want to do? You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
But the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Where the vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say. Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspective.
Okay, so that's why I couldn't, like, kill her again. On the... Because the very first world we went to, we killed her, she killed us, we reset, and then that was our first meeting with this thing. And then we went back, tried to do it again, and we couldn't kill her anymore. So I guess that kind of explains why, because those paths leads to world you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread. So basically she stopped us from, going back to that exact scenario again, so we don't have to keep repeating shit over and over again just for the sake of repeating them over and over again, which makes sense. I should have been doing this since earlier.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me. This one is a songbird in a cage of gilded shadows. She will make for an honest heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally learned to sing for herself.
You raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Okay, so just go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
We will meet again.
Back to this again. Okay, so I want to go down without the knife and try.
The door to the basement, her voice.
Hello? Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the
Of course I'm locked.
You have.
Is that why I don't remember my...
That's. How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
What if they're bad reasons, though? If they had good reasons for thinking I was dangerous, wouldn't they have shared them with you? I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want to leave. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't. I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here. And it's whoever sent you here.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This. That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Thank you. You turn back.
Where are you going? Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She has to be bluffing, but you rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both you. Okay. If we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world. You slowly creep down the basement stairs. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And is it just me? Your eyes dart. Where is she? You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
Oh, do you want to play a waiting game? I've been down here a long, long time. I'm very good at waiting.
You do your best to patiently wait her out, but eventually... Come on, wake up. We can't fall asleep. You step into the shadows. Too late, you hear the quiet patter of feet against the basement floor, followed by the taut pull and sharp pain of tearing flesh as the princess lunges. The ferocity overwhelms you, and as the princess rends flesh from bone, your limp fingers lose their grip on the blade. It slips from your... This is the end. I'm afraid it is. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand. Everything goes dark, and you die.
God, how many fucking endings are there? Jesus Christ.
You're on a path in the
No.
woods. And
No
you're
more.
Here to slay. If you're... She does it. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this. You take
Fuck you. I'm gonna kill this bitch immediately.
the door to the base. The air seeping up from below is. She growls up the.
I can smell you.
She sounds almost feral, impatient. Or maybe. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a
Oh,
starlit
she's
pit.
a lion now.
The
Great.
walls are obscured by an impenetrable The jungle is pressing in on us.
Ah,
hiding
there's
her from
something in
view.
my eye.
She could be anywhere.
Wait. Oh my god. I'm alive. Okay,
You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess.
that
She's certainly not just a princess.
It's gonna
You're
be a
not helping.
fucking
Doesn't matter
monster.
What she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
A shiver rushes up your spine and the air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce.
Move. We listen.
Aside, picking a direction on instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. In an instant, she's pounced on the spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor behind her.
That is not a person.
Before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still.
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs. So she's cut off our escape. Shit. What do we do?
You cannot reason your way out of this, fledgling. There's no compromise with what I am.
At least she's upfront about her intentions. Oh, for the love of... You've given up the game. Great.
So many useless thoughts run through your head.
She's coiling for another strike. We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble. Keeps us alive. It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to... We have the blade. I assume all she has are nails and teeth. The steel claw is small and she is large. It's dangerous to fight back.
Dog.
It should only be a last resort. This isn't going to work. We're in her domain. We just have to stay alive. If we keep dodging her forever, we're going to get tired. We're going to slip up. As the princess lunges from the shadows once more, you tighten her grip on the blade and lash out. It strikes, cutting deep, and the princess loses her focus. You're sent sprawling, and can already feel the massive bruise blossoming on your ribs as she scrambles back into the darkness. Ha! Look at that! We wounded her, and she wounded us. Bad trade.
That hurt. Are you just the cornered animal you seem to be? Or could you be a rival?
Okay, my dog wants food right now. But what time is it? You have a few more minutes until eating time. Why are you being an ass now? Come here. Don't tilt your head at me. I'm looking at a monster.
She rears back, then leaps at you, more forceful, more ferocious, more serious. The scuffle is brief, and though you inflict a few deep wounds, you find yourself quickly overwhelmed by her savagery. You collapse to the floor, and she wastes no time before pouncing on you in a flurry of claws and blood, your nerves barely able to keep up with the onslaught. By the end, you're lying in a nest of your own intestines, spine
Yikes.
severed. The princess, drenched in both her blood and yours, idly
No, that's it then. Cornered animal it was. Do better next time. I still need.
We're not dead, we're... But you don't have time to protest her premature observation of your death, because you're on a path in the
Yeah, we are. And this time we're not gonna run until we die. We're taking her head on and we're winning.
I am cold. I am.
You...
I don't know what what's going
didn't
on.
have a soft underbelly, she didn't have blind spots. What could we have done that would have saved...
When someone tries to make you dead, you have to hit them back.
Great, so you've been here before. That doesn't bode well. You're not supposed...
Oh, shut up. It bodes fine. You're the reason we're stuck in this shit situation. Now,
And how do you intend to do it?
we're going to fight her, and we're going to win.
Well, no complaint. Now hold on. We're not just gonna let the fact that he knows things about this whole Lupin
He's not important. He can have his secrets for all I care. She's killed us twice. Like I said, we're go.
But we're so small.
We don't actually know how big she...
You make your way down to the cabin. Your fated confrontation awaits.
We've already been over them.
I'm not sure that you...
It's a better plan than you had last.
I don't like this. Don't try.
Proceed to the
The
cabin.
interior is the only... The taste. Now, what are you talking? He isn't.
If that mirror's blocking our way, just smash.
Yes. Take the steel claw. You pull the blade.
Good. Once.
You step forward, approaching the small
Dog,
hole that
why
leads
are you
to the
pulling my
basement.
blanket? No,
Hesitating
it's
before
cold.
You heard him. Stop hesitating and...
That mirror isn't part of this place. It's it. If there even is an it, is a hallucination. Like you said, you're so grimy. You bring your fist crashing down into the open hole leading to the basement, throwing yourself off balance and tumbling headlong. If there were once stairs leading into the basement, there is nothing left. It smells of mold as you crawl forward on hands and knees. Stay quiet. Don't give her a You say nothing, maintaining the silence as you carefully make your way. The basement is dark and cavernous, a gaping maw threatening to...
It doesn't matter if we can't see down here.
You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. There, she's about to strike. With the near silence of a determined predator,
What the fuck?
princess erupts from the shadows.
That is not a princess.
You're quick to react, swinging your blade, its tip intercepting her before she can draw first blood. She recoils, stunned for a brief moment.
See? I told you. We needed to assert our might. We needed to prove to her that she can bleed too. She'll doubt her every move.
Her gleaming eyes watch you from the shadows, unblinking. There's fear in them now, but it is a fear. Hunger. Yes. She knows your strength now, and she wishes...
I'd like to see her try.
The princess lunges with even more ferocity than before. Not a word is spoken between you and the princess as you exchange throws in the dark. The glint of bloody claws and fangs. The flash of wet steel. In the pit, all of your senses are heightened, and yet, for all the wounds you've managed to inflict upon her, you remain at a stalemate. And then you start to lose ground, while your body slows.
So she really can devour our strength? Nah, screw that. We're not stooping to her.
We die if we do that. We have to make ourselves like her. We have... She shifts towards you, her bloody grin shining in the dark. And then you...
Take it. Put her down like the mindless beast she...
You hurl yourself towards
Nice.
the princess, your movement too quick, too bold for her to intercept. You bet.
Yes! Yeah.
Nature doesn't have glory. This is judging hands in pain, retaliating with claws
Dog,
and teeth, desperately
what is
tearing,
wrong with
trying to
you?
devour
Why
you to
are
make
you
herself
being an
whole once again.
asshole? Come
Chunks
here.
of your flesh are torn away,
Play, play, play.
feathers and blood and bits of gore splattering to the ground.
Play.
But your work is already done. No sating of her ravenous hunger will be enough to mend her now, though her flesh begins to seal itself around you. She cannot remove your blade. You and the princess collapse to the floor together. Your bodies fused, entwined in a bloody I wouldn't have it any other way. As the two of you fade, a new emotion creeps into the princess's eyes. I guess that's it. Right? He's gone. Everything is gone. It doesn't matter.
The princess eyes speak again. I'm cold. I don't want to be cold. But you don't get the opportunity to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory
She's gone.
returns.
And is that a... This... that... Screw the mirror!
Gaze into your reflection. But you need to see what's in it. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Ow! You are at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any, all of me is changing.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is consumed by instinct. A dancer moving to the rhythm of the flesh. She wishes me to devour you, to make you a part of myself. Do not mourn her, for she is part of something greater.
Let's just skip through all
when
of
it is
this.
time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. I'm playing with my dog
You're
at the
on a
side.
path. While I appreciate the... You make your way.
Ow. Doggy. Careful, you're gonna bite me.
The interior of the cabin is almost
Okay,
empty.
let's-
Blade is your...
Not... Okay. I wanna like
The door to
get
the
on her
basement,
good side and then
voice
just
Hello?
get the blade.
is, Don't let...
You are? It's been so...
You walk down... She's...
Of course. I don't see...
What are you to do?
The princess hesitates.
What if we immediately just let her out?
Thank you.
Fuck! I pressed the wrong thing!
You turn back to the stairs, intent...
Where are you going? You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't
Slip these chains. She has to be bluffing, but... Okay. If we're sure about... You slowly creep down the bed. Where the princess... Is it just... Your eyes... Where is she? As you step towards the severed limb, you hear the pattering of feet behind you, soft against the basement floor. You turn to chase after the princess, but she's fast and she slams the door behind her. No!
Thanks for letting me out. I'd return the favor, but I think we both know that I...
With those parting words, the princess walks away. It can't just end like... As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality. You don't know how much time passes before the end. The world ends, and you end. You're here.
Okay, I did not
Oh,
mean
warning.
to pick
Before
that.
you go any further, she will lie. Don't worry.
So, yeah. Fuck.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted... The blade... take the blade from... Well, if that's not...
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open. The air smells of her voice.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Silence, I see. Don't think I've forgotten about you. I recognize the sound of your nervous little footsteps.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. You can't. Unless you Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making it? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you need to stop? Linger. Fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement
I'm
steps,
gonna quickly
entering the dark
feed my
room
dog
below.
because he is not happy with the fact that I'm feeding him on time. Yes, my dog. I'm starting to wonder how long it's gonna take until I finish this.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste. I'm just glad we could put. Is it all behind her? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Is there just a kill option? Yeah, just
Without uttering a word, you charge the princess. So much for finding an easy way out. I can't believe you're making us work for it.
Better a violent fool than a plotting coward. Better for me, at least.
As you close the distance, readying your strike, the princess's chain falls from her wrist. She takes advantage of your split second of surprise and throws. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That's a woman after my own heart, really. It's a shame we're playing opposite teams. This is why you couldn't just abandon her here. Left to her own devices, she would always find a way out. Now stop her.
You must have known I would be ready for you. Deep in your heart, you know the same things about me I know about you.
As you brush the silt from your eyes, the princess tackles you, flattening you against the dirt floor.
We were always going to kill each other here, weren't we? I can't trust you, and you can't trust me, and those doubts spin and spin and spin into hate.
She buries her teeth deep into your chest, tearing.
Right, she's distracted. Stab her in the back.
In for a penny, right? Why not? As the princess rips meat from bone, you plunge your weapon into her unprotected back.
Ha, you bastard! Even face to face, you find a way to stab me in the back. I know you, and you're hideous, absolutely wretched. Just like me.
Maybe we are the same.
So we don't have to fight, so of course we do. Are we? We've got dirt in our eyes, no arguments here. But if we win, you'll stop right here if you keep... None of us ever said we stopped fighting. What a low and vicious fight it is. Eyes gouged, skin scratched bloody, hair ripped and nails broken. Every rule there ever was in the book of... That's nice rule, but are we winning? Nobody's winning. I thought playing dirty was supposed to give you the upper hand, but I suppose that doesn't work if you both sink to the same lows. Still, at least you're not losing. The princess cackles maniacally as the battle continues. But behind her cackle... Wait, what's going on? We're establishing a newer, better pecking order. No, the groaning thing. Why is the wood making noise? Who cares about the groan? It's just a... I care about the groan. Doesn't that mean... Oh, yes, well, I'm afraid that's the sound of the basement getting smaller.
You hear that, you pathetic wretch? Those are the roots of the wild, and they're coming to choke the breath from your lungs and squeeze the life...
Excuse me, what? You and the princess disengage for a brief moment, just long enough to get your bearings. Behind you, the basement door has been sealed over, thick roots barring your only exit.
That's right, they're coming for you. And they won't stop until there's nothing left down here but them. As long as you suffer while you die, I'll gladly suffer with you. Especially if I get to see it happen.
This doesn't help anyone. I can't believe she'd kill us both just to spite me, see? This is exactly why you've been tasked to slay her. She's an antisocial monster who'll gladly burn the whole world for her satisfaction. The roots grow ever closer. We know. We can see them. You attack the princess once more, and once more the two of you fall into a vicious brawl. The basement continues to shrink as you fight, but neither of you pay it any more mind. Not until it's the roots twist around you both, binding your limbs and rendering you helpless. As your fates close in, all you can do is what? At first it's almost gentle. The two of you lift it delicately off the ground, but the cradle of the growing roots soon gives way to tight. The sound of creaking wood is drowned out by the snaps and pops of your bones. Pain, tears well up in the princess's eyes, her own bones splintering and flesh swelling with trapped blood. But still she smiles through it all.
I can't wait to do this again. You wretched little thing. I hate you, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
I didn't even mean
Pressure
to get
is
these endings. I wanted to be
Can't
nice to
breathe.
her.
Your vision swimming with red. Your
But
head
apparently
pounding as
that is
everything
not
tightens.
an option when you are stupid. And sadly, this bitch is stupid.
And then you pop. Everything goes dark. And you die.
At least she's also dead for once. Technically, this is like the second time I killed her properly, right? Because all the other times I've accepted my fate or died.
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no... His gaze pushes against our border.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. That's not the princess, is it? I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, let's get our facts straight. What happened last time?
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the...
Shut up! The rest of you, talk. What happened? Sure, there's no reason to keep secrets. Someone decided to go in guns blazing last time, and what should we have done? Let you draw things out with all that conniving? There's no need to bicker about it. Oh, yeah. Now that...
And it's not like the fight is what killed us anyway, it was the cabin. No point worrying about who charged who when that place ground us all into paste in the end. The prince...
It was a fitting end. I'm sorry if it hurt.
I see. So the cabin ground you into paste, and now you're convinced you're stuck together. What a mess.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything.
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the doubting and the hatred and the schemes. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been put...
Spoken like, honestly, a real puppet master. Have we considered that maybe she's the one?
I'm not.
But there's a feeling, isn't there? That petty feeling.
It feels mutual.
Please, stop. If you pay attention...
Don't look at it!
She's trying to turn you away from the truth. There's something she doesn't want you to see. Hold yourself together. We're no strangers to effort.
Please, don't make us remember how we were.
And just like that, you start to fall apart. Right, she really does hate us, and we hate her. It hurts thinking about us as separate things, but we're separate. We never got to see the end of that fight, did we? And we can't...
I don't want to remember what it felt like to be killed. And yet you keep remembering. You remember the loathing and animosity you've shared with... You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body.
Maybe bygones can't be bygones. I don't know why I ever wanted to share a body with you, of all things. It's like my very soul reeks of yours. That was
I wish I didn't have to.
Some divisions, when sown, can never truly be mended. A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you... A cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and then you find yourself blade in hand. At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm.
Kill me then, if you hate me so much.
This doesn't feel like a fight. Well, this should be easy.
Do we have to do this?
You have to. You raise the blade, taking aim at her heart.
Is it just me or they have different artists for every few endings?
I'm sorry.
Or maybe that's just, you know, because it's catchy, so some of them do kind of look different. How many endings are there?
She's gone. And is that a... But it feels so... Screw them. They...
But you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. Where do you know what we'll find out there?
How many more vessels do I need to bring to you?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will...
Okay, this time I'm gonna be really, really nice to the last one so this bitch doesn't turn out fucking evil.
This one is like a shadow of me, a memory of what she used to be, bound to the wounds of. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace. We are real. The next time I see you, I will be here, waiting.
Okay. We'll be really fucking nice to her this time.
While I
Okay, so we can't do that anymore.
you take the blade.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me. Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if don't you? The blade tumbles out of
Thank you. Maybe now we can just...
against your better judgment. You step forward. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship. Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who...
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Ma...
Note the lack of detail. You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she is. I'm sure of it.
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics, no matter. Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at...
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure...
Doubtful. Whoever locked the prince...
I'll be here.
Okay.
You attempt to make your way
She
out
is
of the
too
basement,
fucking
but the door
pissed
at the
at
top
me
of the
now.
stairs slams shut.
To,
Is someone
like...
else here?
Because I couldn't get the... Oh, hello, Qs. Thank you so much for the hydrate. I'm so sorry. I didn't notice that at all. Okay. So I was saying, I wanted to be nice with her for this ending because apparently it's the quote-unquote last one. So I wanted to try and see if I could get like a nice ending out of it so she doesn't, or like the quiet girly doesn't turn out evil, because I think 90% of the endings I've gotten were shit. So I wanted to be nice and, you know, properly get her out, like, kindly. But the choice for the basement was just going down the basement without the knife was gone, so every time you take the knife, she immediately gets pissed at you. So I'm like, okay, whatever. And yeah, I can't really
You try
do
the door. It is locked from the
anything. So I'm
outside.
just trying to get myself in her good side as much as I can right now.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
You won't leave until the task is done. What do you do then?
You make your way back. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here. The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what. Against your better judgment, you
Freedom.
cut into her. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face. How is she so composed after losing?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't, as the princess of. Wait, this isn't fair. Watch me. Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink. Stop it. Stop.
Okay, we're just gonna
Thank you.
bonk her this time because I know she's
Swing
way
your
too
arm
pissed to
towards
care.
her throat, the blade singing through the air, but she's ready for it. She grabs your arm, her grip like you drop the blade. She lets go, and faster than you can react, there's a ringing in your ears. You're fairly certain you can feel bone grinding against bone when you fall to your knees. You're barely able to bring your every blow is as punishing as
I'll go.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground.
So I guess nothing I would have done
Her knee
would have
falls
mattered.
to your throat. Your wind can't just end. I'm sorry. Everything goes dark, and you're here. A warning. Before you go any further, she will lie. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her. Can we
Why
tone
does it
down
say
the
tower
pessimism
this time?
just a
I'm
smidge?
kind of curious
I'm
what
not
this
being
is.
a pessimist. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, so please try. If that's what you want.
I've been playing this for 2 hours, really?
The interior of the cabin
Okay.
is larger and more
You're-
grandiose than its humble exterior
I
would
hope we get it
suggest.
done this time.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it. Why do we feel so? We don't feel small. You take the door to the It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her booming voice rolls.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Oh,
You
she
weren't
mad.
kidding when you said it was booming. We need to get down there. Should we be? It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decision.
Continue down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom. The princess towers over you, almost
Jesus
glowing in the
Christ.
weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around.
So
The chain
she's a
is
giant
nothing
now.
to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do.
The little bird has returned to me. You've brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Drop it.
Okay.
The blade slips from your fingers. We didn't have to do that, and yet you did. She's so much more than us. Oh, I understand what's going on.
I just
and you'd
completely
better
give
snap
up on
yourself
this
out
one.
of it.
I don't know, I'm kinda curious.
Kneel.
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connected.
That's my good little bird. Now,
Rar.
why don't we
Sorry,
talk?
my submissive ass, like, comes
The
out.
last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. It's time for me to seize my destiny.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It does. But why did she say she's right? And we've died here before. He's being melodramatic, but the point stands. What are we even supposed to... Well, I'll be damned. Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff the stakes of the situation.
Fuck it.
Your will was so easily all you need to do now is break my chains.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't...
There's still something in the way. A greasy film. Is that a person?
Used to be a
No,
person. Something.
It used to be a person.
Echo.
Is she? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits.
No. What are you talking about?
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Oh.
Rise, my little bird.
She killed the narrator.
You're brought to your feet. Break my chain.
And how are we supposed to do that? All we have is a... All you need to do is believe it's been done. There's nothing to be sorry about. Alright, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna go sit. You poor, wretched little thing. You already do believe it's easy. Please, don't do...
Well, I don't really have a choice anymore. So, yoink.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
Mommy! Hope the quiet took her. Damn it! I wanted to hear more of her voice line. I should have picked the first one.
She's gone. And is that a... This doesn't... I don't want to look at us.
The voice feels distant as well as you approach. You gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. You're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it, a figure, faint and veiled in a shadow just beyond your reflection.
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down in the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass into two. And the mirror, and then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into a jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. If you're not me, then what are you?
I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
I'm one of the many lives you doubted yourself. You thought that all of this was wrong.
Oh, did I? That means nothing in the grand scheme of things. This construct you're in contains every possible world at once. The fact that you managed to find one reality among trillions where I was delusional proves nothing.
You're the one who wanted me to sleep.
Because among other things, she is death itself. to rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever, and despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your... Of course, that this construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shut, but you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Do you have anything to say for yourself for all this?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of...
Does it hurt when pieces of you break like that?
It doesn't hurt.
The glass
I don't
shards
feel
are actually so fucking
Not
loud.
physically. I'm aware. And if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time. We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
What about my
You're the
trading?
long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Oh, I'm a god. Fuck. The people out there beyond the walls of construct, do they know about this? And do they know what you want me to do to
Of
them?
course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is given them a chance to live outside of the... Are you lying? I can't... It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast, nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Whoa.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's when the echo spun us from one into two. He gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not so. Will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on.
I don't know
to
why
the
I'm looking up like that.
notions
I'm so
of
sorry.
is and is not.
My
Of
model's being a
beginning
little weird.
And end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have anything to say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burden. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it matter what roads I walked in all of them?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then
You are nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts.
A dog blind to its lead. When I proclaimed my godhood and offered you a place at my side, you gladly became the instrument of my new
Okay,
creation.
fuck. So I'm trying to think. Maybe, of course, I'm not gonna redo the whole fucking thing, but maybe, just maybe, if I would have done this, like all the bad things, and then minus like this bitch. If I would have done this and had the best ending, the one where you both dance under the stars. I don't know if there's any other endings better than that, but I did the best ending that I got, which was dancing under the stars. Would I have gotten some like a ending where the two of us just quote unquote combine?
Only with both of us is there a future to look toward. But you mistake the lecture as merely observation. I only want to help you. You can vainly struggle against me, or you can follow the rhythm. A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beauty. You knew me, and I knew you, even more than either of us knew each other now. And when the tapestry was undone, you struck at my heart. You saw me as part of you to be excised, but in
Argue my independence.
was what you think of as independence merely an
So
illusion.
basically, this is a fight
Without
of
me, you can have no
brains.
contrast. And without contrast,
You are devoured. Pray for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows.
Oh, it's going backwards. Fuck,
but we had a dance unfinished. And in the pitch black of the earth, we found it at the tips of claws and the edge of blades. The dance is its own truth. It is the movement that matters. You speak of me as if I am a ghost, but I am right in front. A picture of a life.
I knew
and a
it.
picture
It's
of a
gonna be
life,
her.
and a picture of a life. How deep must repetition still our movements, until even the air we breathe is stale? You gasped the flames of false devotion, and in my despair, you lifted my chin, and the two of us danced beneath the stars. But the stars can't be seen unless the flames go out, and the walls come crashing down. Can you not do for all things what you did for us?
Reject her.
But violence has defined the flow of everything
Fuck,
between
I don't
us.
know if I'm making
To
right
dance to
choices
know
here or
what
not.
we are. That cold fire has left your eyes.
Few things more terrifying than one's own heart. And there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with it. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
If my words feel meaningless, it's because words are meaningless. If it feels as though I lecture you from
I don't
above,
know. I
it's
don't
you
know if
who
I'm
should
gonna
be
win
the
this
first
or
to
not.
and find where you belong.
As the clash between you abates, the princess withdraws trembling.
You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is, there is no constant. Open your eyes and accept what we...
nicer alone. I'm all of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
You have no idea how good it is
It's
to
good
hear
to be
you.
here. Seems like you've been doing alright on your own, but I don't think you can strike a decisive blow from out here. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take...
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Then
I'm
let's
ready.
go.
We believe. Let's not make any stupid decisions. I actually want to get an actual ending here. This is how I draw. I'm kidding. I don't draw this well.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess... Do you need me to describe?
I'd like that for old time's sake.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know I've already mentioned it, but if we want to see the... Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated. Is that why you want to see this through and slay her?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Enter the basement.
The stairs.
We can do this,
Do
guys.
you remember the first time we were here?
We both know why you're here. You don't have to draw it out for my sake.
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, knife in hand. That sight brings me back. You're going to do it then, aren't you? You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go? No. I feel like I'm myself again. Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out? What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened. Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that?
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them. And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever. I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before. Neither do I. But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
Man, I feel bad. Is there any other way?
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back. That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care, but it seems important to you. Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty, and I still like you.
Aww.
And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me, too.
Eventually something is going to be different. What if we change our minds?
Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now. Yeah, I think it's too late for that. But maybe next time.
Oh god. Chat. What do you guys think? Do we agree to her plan? Do we apologize and save her, or do we just straight up stab her in the heart? What do you guys think? Because god, I do not fucking know what to do. This is so difficult. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I just can't see chat or something. Because I can't see it on my other screen. I also can't see anything on the stream manager. I wonder what happens if I reset Twitch real quick. Or is it really just a me problem? Nope, just a me. Probably a me problem. Man, I don't know what to do, chat. Oh shit. Oh, I did not realize I got raided. I am so fucking sorry. Wait. I'm so sorry. I just checked Twitch on my desktop because I have it on my iPad right now, and I just saw everyone. I'm so sorry. I'm not getting any chats on my iPad. I don't know why. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ignore everyone. Wait. Prayer, are you winning, Raylene? Yeah, I think so. Thank you so much for the follow. QCH, thank you also for the follow, and thank you so much for the raid and hydrate earlier. I saw the hydrate. I'm so sorry. I wasn't trying to ignore you guys. Chaotic VT, thank you for coming to chat. Q's as thank you again. Happy streaming, raid. Thank you so much. Kokodayo, thank you for joining the raid. Oh, right, on the ending, yeah. It's so well written. Yes, oh my god. Like I was saying earlier, I don't know if you guys were here or earlier, but the narrator for the game, the person called the narrator and the one voicing like the male characters, he's actually a writer of one of my favorite podcasts, the Magnus Archives, and I'm a huge fan of it. And I've been so obsessed ever since I started listening to it. My friend from college is actually the reason why I got into it, and while I was trying to look for some of his other works, I found this Slay the Princess while it was still like, you know, in development and shit and wasn't released, and I was super excited about it. So I'm really glad that I finally got to managed to play the game. My heart is always to agree with her plan to get the canon ending like you want to see. Oh crap. Well, kind of too late to that. Both of your memories go to the beginning. Don't stress, let's agree. Okay, re-looping seems less sad than slaying her. Okay, so we'll just agree with her plan. Actually, you know what? We can see what that takes us later. So let's try.
Okay, if this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side. She takes the blade from our hand, a fondness in her gaze.
Oh god. I wanna say it. I really wanna say it. Pero Lauren, thank you so much for the follow. God, I wanna. Can we say I love you? Or do we say I'll see you soon, like, you know, a romantic? God, I love you. Oh, she's crying.
I love you too.
And we're dead. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path you're here to slay her.
Okay, we go back to it now. Actually, just in case. Low. Yes. But maybe next time. I'm sorry, but I can't do that.
You and me both.
No!
Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out. Despite our differences, I've always loved you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Oh! You blink and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is a small, melancholic weight that sits on the borders of your heart. Whatever action brought you and the princess into being was rough and jagged, and left each of you with a piece of the other. By destroying her once and for all, you also destroyed a part of yourself. But the world hasn't ended, things continue on.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
No, she's not. A small part of her is with us.
Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal? Doesn't matter, we don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
I should have went to like where she was being a god and things, because I kind of wanted to know what sorry, hiccups. I kind of wanted to know what her reaction would be if I just accepted it. I completely forget that saving is a thing, so that's my bad. I'll probably play through it at some point and try to get to that point and then maybe restream it. I'm not sure. You leave the basement behind. Then the stairs. And then you leave the cabin
It's
itself.
quiet here.
The path and the woods outside are an empty canvas, but there is even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor, a world free from death. Set yourself free. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in your limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. All at once, the unyielding tension gives way. Oh! And then the shattering. You are free. Before you lies the endless expanses of absolute reality and a new... Where am I? Absolute reality, one forged by your will and by a long, arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. But there will be no more bloodshed in this world.
It's finally over, isn't it? But all of us are still here. I knew we'd finally see it through. We really did win, didn't we? We're the house now. We get to make the... This is nice. No more hunting. No more running. Just us. Whatever's out. Absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who... The whispering, and the coercion, and the bickering. Everything horrible.
That wasn't very hard at all. Speak for yourself.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
Well, boys, how does it feel? We're not just on top of the pecking order, we are. I hope this was all worth it, because I'm personally inconsolable. Lucky for us, you have forever to get over it. Time mends a lot of things. Here, here, to our vanquished foe. It's good to be back.
Sorry,
Now
that's
we
my
just have to
dog
figure out what to
playing.
do with ourselves. Forever. Yeah, we can do that.
Slay the princess, the pristine. Ah, God. Ah, the voice in your head, Jonathan Sims. Ah, I love him. Dog, stop. Ah, that was such a good game. I love it. I'm kind of sad that I was stupid and didn't get to see like other endings, but I had so much fun. Doggy, stop. Wait, let's move to the chatting screen real quick. If it works. Because I don't think it does. I think I broke my stream earlier. Fuck. God, I'm so sorry. I'm just so fucking happy. Sorry for the curse words. I'm so happy that I finally got to play this game. And again, thank you so much for everybody, the readers and Q's, for coming in and being here with me during the whole game. I had so much fun. I'm so sorry if I didn't get to talk much to you guys. I genuinely was not getting any chats outside of my outside of, you know, the thing. I forgot what my thing is called. My iPad. Oh my god. My brain went blank for a second there. But thank you everybody. I'm so happy to see you all here and I hope you all have fun. I think I have one of my friends streaming right now. Yeah, only one of them is streaming right now, so I will Oh, Q's, thank you so much for the sub. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for the stream. Yes, thank you as well, everybody, for joining me. I will send you over to Kitty Sor. She's currently drawing right now. She's currently the only friend that's on. I hope you guys have a good time with her. Following. You guys have fun and thank you again for joining me on stream. Wait, I forgot the button. There we go. Goodbye!